What's up, humans? It's Steven, and we are back with Stranger Things Season 4, Episode 8. Ladies and gentlemen, we are here. It is the penultimate episode of Season 4. I've been so excited for this. I know it's been a minute. It's been a little while since I recorded the last episode. For me, it was one of the greatest episodes of television I've ever watched. I know for a lot of you, you feel the same way. Had to take a little time off because I've been burnt out just because of been working 2 jobs and doing a lot of photography. That's why my background looks different. I have 2 photo shoots today, so I kind of got a little burnt out, so I had to take a little time off. But we're back, we're here. I'm so ready to finish off this season because I keep hearing it's amazing. A few things I want to say before we get into it. I'm actually kind of surprised at how many of you in the comments are still on board with the Stranger Things throuple, consisting of Steve, Nancy, and Jonathan. And whereas in the previous video I said that my throuple watch had ended, a lot of you guys actually brought up some good points and have actually reinvigorated my desire to see this throuple come to fruition in the 5th season, possibly, if no one dies in this final episode, in the final 2 episodes. But yeah, I just think it'd be really cool for them. I think it'd be cool for the story. Like there are a lot of ways that you can experience romance. I've stated before that I am polyamorous. I've had 2 girlfriends before. I've been in relationships where I've dated married women. And, you know, as long as everybody consents to it, like, you can discover some really beautiful connections with people when you kind of explore. It's just showing. I think having a throuple in this series would just show people that there are more avenues in which you can explore romance other than just the traditional monogamous relationship. But yeah, I'm just overjoyed that a lot of you are like still on board with the idea of the throuple, and you know, maybe we can make it happen. But without further ado, we're just gonna go ahead and get right into this. Thank you so much for joining me. Let's do it. Oh man, we pick it up right here. She's like, I did exactly what I needed to do, and if you want to get some, you can too.
There's nothing to be afraid of, is there, Nancy?
Oh, what?
Why don't you take a seat?
Oh my god, this is about to get trippy as hell. As if it already wasn't.
It's not time for you to leave.
My guy, I'm all for nudity and free expression, but your body is horrifying. Can you cover that up, please?
I would like very much to show you where I am going.
What are your plans, by the way?
Take a seat, Nancy.
That version of Dr. Brenner is horrifying. Oh no, oh no, oh no. Oh no, this just turned into a very different type of film. Oh my god. He wants to burn the world.
It's okay. I'm right here.
Bruh, tell me they don't have throuple energy though. Like, it's just like Steve and Jonathan have 2 different versions of loving Nancy. And given the duality of Nancy, I see Nancy as a very dual threat personality. Like, she has her, you know, goody 2-shoes, perfect, Miss Perfect, overachiever side, and she has her bad girl, you know, get some adventure side. And it's like, I just think it's perfect. Are they breeding it? It's a Demodog, I knew it. Yes, thank you, cause goddamn. Oh no, they're cloners. Oh my god, you guys have no idea what you've done. Oh my god. The flare? How the hell did they get all this shit? If they are cloning, and if they're good at cloning, then that would mean that Vecna would also be able to control or have contact with these Demodogs. So it's like you're essentially building him an army. Oh, oh, let's see it. Let's see it. Oh my God, yes. Nice. She's got full control and everything. We gotta figure out how to make your nose stop bleeding though. And now you can use it to kill this mofo. Just strangle Brenner. Like, thank you for returning my powers. Now you can leave.
Show you something?
Yes, can we finally see this painting? I also want to see how good his skills have gotten. Oh, hell yeah. He painted the squad. Oh my God.
This is amazing. Did you paint this? Yeah, I mean, Elle asked me to. She commissioned it, basically. I mean, she told me what to draw.
Hey, Jonathan. Eyes on the road.
And see your coat of arms here? It's a heart. And I know it's sort of on the nose, but that's what holds this whole party together. Heart.
Oh.
Because when you're different, sometimes you feel like a mistake. But you make her feel like she's not a mistake at all.
I feel it,
like she's
Will.
better for being different.
I feel it, man.
So yeah, Elle needs you, Mike, and she always will. Yeah? Yeah.
Damn, Will. He's talking about himself. Damn. That's probably one of the best conversations of this show. It's the entire nuance behind it. And it's so real, too.
Your friends are in terrible danger. With each victim he takes, Henry is chiseling away at the barrier that exists between our two worlds. And if you will, the barrier between our worlds is a...
Oh my God, I swear I've been saying this for a minute now.
Cracks in the stem.
I'm not gonna lie, the material of what she's wearing looks comfortable as hell. Like, I'd like a shirt and some sweatpants made out of that. Yes, reach out to them. It's been a minute since we've seen her use Cerebro.
4 gates spreading across Hawkins, and these gates, they looked like the one outside of Eddie's trailer. But
Vecna's clock, it always chimes 4 times. 4 exactly. He's been telling us his plan this whole time.
4 kills. End of the world.
I don't know. Dude, I think she knows how to use a phone. I'm just saying, she could have taken it off.
Oh, she can hear them. She can see them, yes! You've been away from them too
I
long.
told you, Joy says he's like 11. But that gives us an upper hand. We know 11's strengths and weaknesses. When he attacks his next victim, I'll bet you he's back in that attic.
Oh, good observation.
Defenseless.
Good observation.
Next, we don't even know who he's going to attack.
Yeah, we do. I can still feel him. I'm still marked.
Oh, Max is the... I don't know how I missed that. Yeah, Max is the kill that he needs.
Before I can get into that attic, and then he can chop his head off.
Oh, I don't like this. I don't like this.
I honestly, I really don't care how you put this asshole in his grave. Just,
bro, we are not...
whatever you do,
We're not about to sacrifice Max, are we?
try not to miss.
There's no way we're about to sacrifice Max. Oh, yeah, I don't like this. I don't like this at all. This is a horrible plan.
You came to me broken. And you've learned to walk again.
God, I hate how
If
this
you want
man
to
talks.
stop one, you will need to do more than walk. You will need to do more than run. You will need to fly.
Oh shit, let's
And
go.
you're not ready.
Does he mean in a literal sense?
My friends need me.
Because I am so down to see her fly.
I've stopped him once and I will again.
I mean, Henry can levitate, so...
It doesn't matter because this is not our choice. We agreed this
Yes,
is not gonna
it's
be a prison.
hers.
We'll show her what this is, what we can offer, and then it is her choice. Whether she
Hell
wants to
yeah,
stay
call
or
him
go,
out,
right?
man.
Well, you may not agree with it, but here she is, standing before us,
Let's go.
Pack your things, say your goodbyes.
Let's go. He better not kill Owens though. I swear to God, if this man kills Owens, all hell should break loose. Yeah, we don't need you anymore, Brenner. Be gone, wannabe. Be gone. Not fire and rain. Oh, I've been listening to this song so much the past few days. I feel like this is a perfect time for everyone to talk about what their favorite song is. You know, just in case Vecna captures anybody.
That sounds nice. Except for the 6 kid part, that sounds like a total nightmare.
If only I had some practice.
These are no regular tire tracks, bro chachos.
Bro,
I mean, look at the tread on these monsters. They're fatties, and you know what that means.
Military. We gotta go.
It's gonna take us 2 hours to get to Nell as it is. And Ellen,
watch your back, Owens. Watch your back.
Send
This
somebody
man.
over to need looking after, okay? Ellen?
Yep.
Hello?
Oh, Brenner's about to be on some BS.
Why the long face, Doc? We just want to talk.
You should have snapped his neck the moment you got your powers back.
Dr. Owens had a change of heart.
Oh my God.
And when I decide that you are ready, we will return to Hawkins. Together. Papa and daughter. Everything I have done was for your own good. For your own protection.
You kept Henry in that lab with the children. Was that for our good? Was that a right choice? The gate, the mind flare. Now I know the truth. It is not me. It is you.
Yep.
You are the monster.
It's always been him. Let's go. Let's go. The hell out of there. No! Son of... Just snap this man's neck already. This is actually this is actually very reminiscent of X-Men 3 with Jean Grey and Professor Xavier, ironically. Oh my God, not the shock collar. Is the military here?
What's going
Oh, they about to them up. This is Star Wars. This is the opening scene of Star Wars.
What is happening?
They've come to kill you.
Where's the girl?
Honestly, if it'll get Brenner shot, I'd tell him. Let's go! Shoot his ass! I'm sorry, Brenner, but you gotta go, bro. Your usefulness has ended. It is incredibly hard to shoot a sniper out of a helicopter. Hey, no! No.
Take it.
Yeah, he's too prideful. He's so dumb, though. Like, you never got actual confirmation that it was her doing the murders, and you're about to take out a little kid. Your job is on the line for this one.
Chivy, 5 o'clock.
Let's go, pizza time! Pizza time, baby!
Sierra, we've got a chivvy headed our way.
Ignore it. Just take out the girl.
Oh, she gone. Oh, this is bad for you, Nick. Yes! Let's go! Oh my God, Star Killer this shit. Yes! Get wrecked! Oh my God, what a shot. What a shot. I love it. I love it. I love it so much. Argyle has been on the ride of his life. This week has just been the craziest thing for him. How did that Owens, maybe? I don't know if I like that. That's weird. Oh, okay. Alright, at least you were able to do something before you died. God damn. Yep, just walk away.
Goodbye, Papa.
Oh my god, not the Western music. This is a powerful scene. She's been unleashed now. She's unshackled. We're about to see the most powerful version of 11. Farewell to a complicated and sick and disgusting man. This music is so perfect. Alright, so that was the penultimate episode of season 4. That was actually a very interesting episode. There's actually kind of a lot that I want to talk about, especially more towards the end rather than the beginning. So typically, like, the penultimate episode, like at least here in recent times with a lot of shows, that's when either like the most craziest things go down or when the biggest reveals happen. But Stranger Things has always been consistent with their penultimate episodes. Their second to last episode of the season usually deals a lot with the relationships, and because the emotional side of everything that happens within Stranger Things, as far as with the characters, always needs to be resolved before they go into the final fight, or at least it needs to be close to resolved. And so we got that. While we did get some action here, we did get a lot of action here. We got what I consider to be probably the most pivotal moment for 11. Even though last episode was huge in her discovering that revelation, you know, that she banished Vecna to the Upside Down, and her finding that love with her mom, finding that love that her mom had for her, that was very key in her getting her powers back. However, Brenner has always been the shackle for 11. Brenner has imprisoned her since birth. Like, he's been what's had her in prison since birth. He's been sort of the power dampener for 11. He's been what has been consistently holding 11 back from reaching her full potential. Even though he believes that he is the one who is helping her get to her full potential, it's always him who was holding her back. And that's intentional, because again, he's afraid of her power. So it's like he was never going to get her to her fullest potential, because he never wanted her to, because the moment that she gets to her fullest potential, she can just kill him and go about her day. And so that fear always kept him trying to keep her in check. With that final scene, it was so symbolic that I was wondering, why did they bring out the shock collar again? Because I hate that shock collar. But it needed to happen for the symbolism to happen. Brenner, in dying, he finally released the chains that were on 11. Regardless of whether 11 was being held captive by him or not throughout the series, he's always still, that presence of him and the trauma from the past that he's inflicted on 11 has always been there holding her back. And so with the death of Brenner, also the moment of her realizing that she's not the monster that he is, all of that culminated in the release of 11. And so therefore, as he's dying, he unhooks the shock collar from her, symbolizing that she's free. She is free to be the most powerful being that she can be. And that is so huge going into this next fight, basically the fight to save Hawkins. We need 11 at her most powerful. Last season, 11 got nerfed. 11 was out of the fight. We needed our characters to be able to fight on their own without the help of 11's powers. Now 11 is back, and she is now free to go about her full potential, and I love that so much. So speaking of that, I always gotta throw in my X-Men comparisons. So just a recap as we've been following along. 11 is very reminiscent. 11 represents Jean Grey from the X-Men, and Dr. Brenner represents a more evil version of Professor Xavier. Even though there are evil versions of Professor Xavier in the comics, and even in newer comics, the way he's been viewed by a lot of people is he's kind of not all that great of a person because of his intelligence and because of the things he'll do for the mutant population. His ethic, he doesn't always come across as ethical, but in the early days of the X-Men, everybody, pretty much perceived Professor Xavier as just an altruistic good guy, just a great moral compass, a great person to look towards. So it's interesting to have the evil person on this show represent Professor Xavier, because it is more in line with how Professor Xavier acts. But anyway, 11 represents Jean Grey, and Dr. Brenner represents Professor Xavier. If you've ever seen X-Men 3, The Last Stand, that movie talks a lot about how Professor Xavier inadvertently introduced Jean Grey to the Phoenix Force by trying to put mental blocks on her as a kid to keep her from being super powerful. That inadvertently introduced Jean Grey to the astral plane, which is where she met the Phoenix, which led into the Dark Phoenix and Jean Grey becoming evil and killing all these people and doing all these bad things. And so in X-Men 3 Last Stand, Jean Grey comes to the realization that it is because of Professor Xavier that she is now being possessed by the Phoenix Force, and she ends up, there's a scene where she confronts him and she ends up killing him, and it was very reminiscent of this scene with 11 where she finally confronted Dr. Brenner, telling him that he's the monster, he's the reason for everything that happened, and she almost killed him in that scene. So I just wanted to point that out. That was really cool. There were a lot of Star Wars shots in this episode that I thought was absolutely fantastic. I probably showed them to you during the edit, but yeah, as you know, I'm a huge Star Wars fan, so I love that. I am so not on board with this plan to basically use Max as bait for Vecna. That really has me concerned. I haven't looked into, I've been very good at not being spoiled on this show so far, so I have no idea. I haven't even looked at the cast list for season 5, so I have no idea. So with that being said, there's a big possibility that Max, I don't know if Sadie Sink is coming back for the next season is what I was gonna say, so that there is a huge possibility that Max dies here, and now that would absolutely break my heart, man. I know we're not gonna get out of this season without a death, whether it's gonna be a pivotal character or a side character. I don't think we're gonna leave this season without, and I mean an actual death. Last season we got the Hopper fake out death. I think this season, in order to bring up the stakes for season 5, I think we're probably gonna, one to two characters is gonna die, and I hope it's not Max, because I've told you guys, Dustin is my favorite character, but I relate the most to Max, man. I relate the most to Max, and in this episode, I really got to relate to Will, and how he was the conversation he had with Mike at the beginning, and he was talking about how Elle is different, and it makes her feel like she's a mistake and all of these things, and he's actually talking about himself too while he's going through that. Man, that one hit really close to home, and I felt that. Will is such a good character. It sucks that he spends a lot of time in the background, but I think that adds to his character because there is so much depth, and there's just a lot of depth and complexity to the character of Will, and it is a part of his character that he doesn't, Will could be a star. There's so much to him that he could shine brightly, and I think a lot of people would benefit from his talents, from the way he sees the world and all of these things, but he forgoes the spotlight a lot of times for his friends. He loves his friends, and he sees the beauty and how amazing his friends are, that he's willing to take a step back and allow his friends to enjoy the spotlight. And it kind of sucks that his friends don't always notice that, and just kind of take the time to sometimes give him the spotlight. hopefully in season 5, like, they do kind of get that. They do start to realize that and just kind of like push him forward a little bit. But it's so interesting that the way that that they've written his character, through every season something happens to Will to where he is kind of put off in the background. But it's like, damn, there's a lot to Will, and there's a lot that he can express through his art, through the way he sees the world. And there's just a lot that I feel like he can give, and I really do hope that comes out in season 5. Because I mean, this whole thing pretty much started with him. The very first episode was the disappearance of Will Byers. Like, that was the first strange thing to happen in Hawkins in decades. And so, like, it's so crazy to see, to go from that to like where he is now. It'd be really fitting if he comes out as a major hero in season 5. But yeah, this was a really good episode. It was definitely a slower episode towards the beginning, and then it picked up at the end. But like I said, it was par for the course for Stranger Things penultimate episodes. They had to get those relationships hammered out and prepare for the fight, because I guess next episode, I heard episode 9 is like 2.5 hours. Like, my God, I hope my computer doesn't explode while I'm trying to export that video. But either way, thank you so much for joining me. Remember to drink some water, and if no one's told you today, just know that I love you. Peace out, everybody.